Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Steps Basic, and with me, once again, is the Bubble Ninja.
Bubble Ninja 720, along with a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Freyjinn.
You may know her from YouTube fame as Freyjinn. Well, I mean, yeah. She does animations and also has a wicked cool gaming channel that she's kind of
A bit dead, but it will come back. It will come back.
Yes.
No, I hit that too hard.
And now once you get a feel for the game we're playing, we're not playing Minecraft as usual. Today we are playing Golf with Friends. So if you hear any random Golf with Friends noises, that's what we're playing.
Well, I'll have a video.
Get in.
Yeah.
Get in the hole.
Get in the hole. Boom.
That's what she said.
Oh,
anyway,
that's too hard.
That's also what she said.
She always said that.
My daughter is rolling her eyes right behind me.
Oh no, it's too much power.
But anyway, we have
whiffed it.
we have scheduled ourselves a nice interview talking about Freyjinn's experiences with animation and all the various ups and downs she's had, as well as
Of life,
yeah, life is a butt.
Life it's a nice butt. Whoa, where am I? Okay.
All right, so Bubble Ninja, would you like to start us off with a question?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Of all the animations you've done for the bigwigs of YouTube, what was the very first project that you got recognized by one of them, like Markiplier or Jack?
Well, the first YouTuber that saw them was Markiplier, and I think it was, which animation was it? Because he saw three animations of mine. The first one was, I think it was the one-leg Markiplier with about killing room.
I remember that one.
Yeah, that's the first one he saw.
I've got one leg.
That was great. How often, or how long does it usually take you to crank out an animation?
If I am disciplined and I achieve to work well, around a month to do it.
That's
Whoa.
For around depends on the length. The longest animation I've done was 2 minutes, and so yeah, a month and a half. Yeah. But yeah, again, it depends on how much I'm disciplined to work on it.
Yeah, that discipline could get you sometimes.
Yeah.
I know it's like with me, I'm working on my Halloween story, and I'm about a page into it right now, and
Still have time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have to worry about it so much until the last week of October, but
until the 30.
Yeah, the last couple of months, or last couple of years, I mean, I've always been behind because I haven't been, getting right into it, as it were. So I've ended up rushing the ending.
I kind of feel like that with my channel, because it's been 3 years that I've been doing that, but I always feel like the first month I was super on it and all the time, and I kind of slacked, and I always feel like I'm behind and I can do more. So it's trying to find that rhythm for 2020 because I lost it.
Yeah, it's always been fun watching your animations, and we love your unique. I'd say unique, but your unique. I said it like 3 times. And
You might.
He's starstruck. Don't mind him.
Your art style. It's pretty.
Thank you.
It's pretty. It's fluid and all that stuff. Is it my turn to ask you a question? Because I'm about to.
Go for it.
Okay.
We don't have to do it in order.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, who has been? I mean, I know the answer to this, but who has been one of your biggest inspirations when it comes to your art style?
Well, my art style for animations was really Butch Hartman, that makes Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom, because it's like when I started doing animations, I wanted to do a simple style. I've been used to do more detailed characters, and since I was a lot into Danny Phantom as a teen, so my drawing got a bit of that, and yeah, he still is my biggest.
Yeah.
I love SpongeBob a lot too because it's super fluid, and especially the first season, the first and second seasons, you saw it was more like kind of handmade. It was super fluid.
Definitely looked more like it had more hand in it.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one, Frey, what creation of yours gives you the most sense of pride and/or accomplishments as of right now?
I would say the Shane Dawson animation that I did, because it is still my longest that I did. It was like 1 minute and 45 or something like that, and it was like the first non-gamer YouTuber that I did. I wanted to try something different, and I'm still very proud of it because of that.
Yeah, that one was fun too with the
the
Spooky Boys. Another question. Yes, I had another question. How you have, unbeknownst to maybe everybody. No, I'm kidding. You have published work, not just on YouTube. You're
it's been a while. Yeah, I have three novels published. I'm from Quebec, so it's only in French. But the first one I published was when I was 16, and the two others I was 21. So it's been a while already. But that's something I'm really proud of, and I still want to write, or I mean, more do comic books now. But that's extremely even more time consuming than YouTube.
Yeah.
It's insane, but I really want to do it.
And I have seen some of your work on your current comic book and the one that you're currently working on, and it looks fantastic. Did you want to talk a little bit about where that one's coming or going?
Well, as very indecisive as I am, in reality, I have two comic book projects. And the fantasy that I can English fantasy, one that I've been working on. I've showed it a bit on my channel and on Twitter. But I'm also thinking of a like sci-fi investigation one.
Ooh. And
I'm always like going from one to another. So I don't know which one I will do first. But yeah. I don't like realistic stuff. I like super crazy scientific or fantasy stuff.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, we kind of pride ourselves here on the Babbling Beards as being a more laid back, kind of even keel sort of interview style. So
Yeah.
Have you managed to catch any of our podcasts here yet?
Not yet. I have so much stuff to watch.
Yeah.
I've been like in a social coma.
Yeah.
Last weeks, I was just working though.
Yeah.
But I want to catch up.
Yeah, we can't wait. We can't wait for your next one. I know, because I mean, this is their first. This is your first sequel, as it were. Your first sequel to an animation, so it's a special occasion.
Yes, it is. And there's too much stuff in that series you made. There's so much stuff, and I don't want to, like, I got a lot of comments that were like, oh, so you're keeping like all the animals that die for the second part, and I'm like, no, I can't. It's too hard. It's too sad. I'm not gonna kill animals. That's
basically gonna be like 5 hours of just killing off animals.
I mean, it's like half of his series is just like mourning about his animals.
Something tells me he kind of did that a little bit on purpose, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Sven survived.
Yeah, Sven. I think
like barely.
I think if he loses Sven,
rare. Like he almost died like 4 times.
I think he rigged it. All those creeper explosions and Sven survives.
Nah, he's epic dog.
Yeah.
Don't try it. It's the gods.
He's got plot armor.
Yeah. Because if he, that was probably the Mojang's shtick there, because he was always like, oh well, if Sven dies, I stop my playthrough.
Like they changed his version.
They needed him to continue playing.
look at that. Like next time there will be an update that is going to be like sponsored by Minecraft and G Fuel.
Yep.
I want a G Fuel sponsorship.
I'd take any sponsorship, damn it.
I mean,
Yeah.
need to make more videos.
I'm actually surprised you haven't got approached by like Skillshare or Audible or Raid
Yeah,
Shadow Legends. That's the one that everyone's getting sponsored by right now.
What?
Raid.
What?
Raid Shadow Legends. It's that mobile RPG.
Never heard of it.
Okay, so going back to the comics and this
Where?
the new one that you're working on, you're planning on releasing in English as well, right?
Yeah, of course. It's going to be a version in French and a version in English. I don't know if it's going to be, if I want to make it like really published by a company or make it a webcomic. Because honestly, working on internet and all, it's just so easy to just, when you're ready, you get your stuff out and people can see it right away. Instead of waiting for 6 months before like the company sees it and say if they want it or not. So it might be a webcomic.
Plus, you don't have to worry too much about like, I mean, Marvel, for instance, their artists and comic writers make a pittance compared to how much the comics are worth.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it'd be like,
of course.
it all goes through and to you.
Oh, it's horrible the money that an author or gets. It's ridiculous. You have to sell like so much.
What would you say has been your biggest, I guess, challenge as far as your comic has been concerned?
My comic? Well, it still is a challenge just to put it together. To like get the story and don't change it like 2 weeks after. That's always that's always been a problem of mine.
I know that feeling.
Oh, it's horrible.
I think we were joking at one point about the various different save files. It's like,
oh my, that's horrible.
final draft, final draft, rough final draft.
Yeah, and in comic it's harder because I try to do like a little draft, version. So I on paper, so all the cases and everything. In the text, at least you can like come back and change it. But when you change one case, you have to change all the other cases so it fits in the page. And
right.
I can't deal with this.
That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of pictures you'd have to redraw and everything. It's like,
No.
So sometimes I'm wondering if I just write it first, like the whole story on my Word, and then when I'm sure I don't change, I'm gonna do the draft. That would be logical.
Yeah, I mean that seems like it would be a pretty good attempt or
There we go.
path process. That'd be a good idea. See, even I'm not good at English, and I'm an American writer.
Damn. But yeah, that's my biggest problem in even on YouTube and everywhere, and I get bored super easily, and I guess it's my ADHD. I get bored super easily, and I have problems sticking to one project, and I already want to change it, and blah blah blah. But I'm kind of learning. YouTube is teaching me patience.
Yeah.
Especially with animations.
So would you consider that your own perceived weakness in terms of your art?
Oh yeah, definitely. My biggest weakness is to just finish things. It's always been.
Yeah.
And restarting always and get it kind of, there should be a name for that type of blues, like that feeling you get after restarting for days and you're like, I hate my life. Well, yeah, that's my biggest trouble.
Yeah. We gotta say, I mean,
Still going?
Bubbling.
I've always been
Bubbling.
I've always been the type of person who thinks, the end product is the most important part. Yes, I understand people don't particularly like to wait, but for me, it's like, if it comes out good, then the wait was worth it.
Yeah, of course.
So, as far as your animation is concerned, were you ever planning on going, I hate to use the term mainstream, but were you ever planning on aiming for like a TV spot or anything with it?
Never thought of that. Never know. Never know. It's really I'm so. I mean, I've learned animating all by myself, and of course, my first step would be to take a class at some point. I would love to.
Right.
So maybe to go. No. You never know. Maybe a show. Maybe I really love 3D too. Yeah, of course. I would like to do original stuff too, original videos.
Right.
On not only animators, YouTubers that everybody know. I mean, I know it's my it works. That's I wouldn't be known otherwise, but I really want to do original stuff too.
Yeah. I know if you ever ended up doing like what Jaden Animations does and The Odd Ones Out, I think that could be a fun series for you at some point.
I have too many ideas and not enough discipline to do it.
Yeah, that's what
it will come.
That's one thing I was thinking of, because like you were saying, you don't have so much of the discipline, but teams can often motivate you.
Oh yeah, that's sure. I mean, at some point, if I was to do like something like a series or something, I would love to have other animators with me. Especially the color. I hate the color, and it takes me it double the time of work when I color. If I had someone to color, then already I would be like, yes,
nailed it.
But
I've been kind of learning a little bit about animation, but right now the only thing I'm even somewhat decent at is still frame sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right, you talked about your greatest weakness in terms of your art. What do you believe is your greatest strength?
That's harder. It's always harder to find strength about yourself.
I know that feeling too.
Well, I think according to a lot of comments that I got, the way I combine and I do references. A lot of people love when I do references to like other YouTubers or other videos, and mix. I like to mix things, take more than video or like that. Do little references, so it spices things up a little bit. It makes more.
Was it the irradiated cactus and?
Yeah, in that one I put a lot. Like there was a Good Mythical Morning poster. There was the Plumbus from Rick and Morty. There was the eye of Jacksepticeye. There was a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Sam.
I love the. I think everyone loved the triggered moment. You're French, so you would know the difference.
That was fun. Yeah, I like to do like little things like that. I think people love it.
Here's a good one.
Oh,
have you ever encountered an animator's version of writer's block, and if so, how do you combat it?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Every day? No. Well, I think it's... how can I say? Well, I do the audio first, so when I listen to the audio, often, sometimes, at the beginning I was used to do a plan, like to do like, okay, I'm gonna do that, so I wouldn't have like a block. But more time goes and I'm not doing plans anymore. So sometimes I arrive and I'm like, what do I draw or how I draw it? And it's not, yeah, sometimes that happens. But the worst is like when I draw a part and I animate a part, but then I come back and I'm like, that's so wrong. And you gotta do it again. I think there's no secret. It's just like when you have an art block, it's a writer's block. You just do something else and you come back fresh, and it goes better. That's
one thing I like about when you said, try. Well, you got two comics going at the same time.
I need to have something else.
That's kind of what I do.
Yeah.
With my stories too, is I.
It helps to if you're blocked on one, you can go to the other.
So anytime you end up going back to your gaming channel, you can always invite me or Bubble Ninja here to help ease you back into it.
It's I want to. I miss it, of course, and I miss streaming and everything. It's a weird. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of introverts know that. It's like a feeling that the less you do something, even if you enjoy it, the less you do it, and the more you don't want to do it.
Right.
You're like, nah, I want to hide. I don't want to be social, but I like to do it.
Yeah.
It's all about willpower.
Yeah. And then once you just kind of start building up that block in your head, one brick at a time. It's
exactly. But also my computer is not helping because there's a lot of games and new games that I want to play, but I can't because when I play it alone, I'm okay, but when I record, it lags so much. So I hate that because I can only play like old games that everybody know about.
Right.
But that's someday get a new one.
Oh, that reminds
build
me. That actually reminds me. I remember you said something recently in Discord about wanting to start up your Patreon again.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that I go back and forth because I feel always bad to like I'm really a bad promoter. I cannot sell myself, so sometimes I try to do merch or do Patreon to like get money, but in the end, I just delete it because I hate the feeling. I don't like the feeling of asking for money. I just can't. So
Freyjinn,
maybe when I'll get bigger and I get like big merch or something, I'll be more at ease. But for now, I hate it. I hate doing that.
Yeah, I gotta say, you're probably the only YouTuber I've ever bought merch from.
Hey, my first shirt.
I love that shirt. I can't say that because I did go to Jack's tour and I got the pin and shirt from there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I want when I have money, I want Cloak. I want something from Cloak.
I know, right?
It looks so comfy.
They're so expensive. I'm like, I want, but
it must be so comfy.
Who pays $70 for a hoodie? I will.
and you're in American dollars. Imagine Canadian. It's even more.
Yeah.
It's like the $3.99 chair. It's like $4.99 here. I must say that something I'm very proud in my YouTube career is like 3 months ago, I stopped using fucking Photoshop and I use a real animation program now.
Yeah.
God.
Photoshop is still using that.
I'm impressed. I was doing that on Photoshop.
Yeah, you're doing awesome.
The pain was there.
Yeah.
No.
Which pro? I know everybody asks you this all the time, and I figure, I know you've actually done a video at one point where you're like, "This is the video to point everyone to." But what programs do you use now?
Oh yeah, it's Krita. That I use. It's free, and so I don't feel bad because my Photoshop was not really legal. Krita is legal, and I'm glad. And it's cool. It's super cool, and I can have my audio in the program. I don't need to get out of the program and edit.
A little bit more dark on this one. What was the lowest part to date of your artistic career, and how did you overcome that event?
The what?
Lowest part of your artistic career.
Ooh.
And how did you overcome that slump?
I would say it was even lately. I would say even this summer and even last year when because I don't really have another job than that. I just have like a part-time job, and I have like a diploma in visual art, so it doesn't do anything. So I guess I know I was like in a very bad period because I didn't have a lot of income, and I'm still getting out of it. And I wasn't working on my animations because I got in a mindset of I need money to survive, and it's either YouTube or I find another job. So I was doing animations and I didn't have any fun because I was just pressuring myself a lot. So that got super dark. But I got out of it when I just told myself, like, why are you doing YouTube? Like, when you started, you had fun. You were doing it for fun. You were enjoying, you were not obsessing over releasing a video. You were enjoying every part of making it. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of a talk to myself, and that got me out of it. And that's when I started to make the PewDiePie animation. That's the one that kind of saved my mind because I started doing it and it exploded. So I'm in a better mindset now. It's
That's
when
fair.
you start. I think every YouTuber must get through that when you start obsessing. You start getting money and you're obsessed over it, and you realize that's absolutely not the good way because you don't do stuff for fun anymore.
Spoken
Yeah.
like the true artist. As soon as the business aspect comes in, you're like, nah.
Absolutely, and it's a balance of business and fun. Of course, you must have fun.
Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, I hate doing stuff by obligation. I've always been like that. Like nobody will order me around, but I was ordering myself around, so that was like a fight against myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Being your own boss has its ups and its downs.
yeah. It's a blessing and it's hard sometimes, but when you get along with yourself, that's exactly like getting along with your boss. You have to get along with yourself.
Yep. Sometimes we have good days, and sometimes I don't want to see them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Given the current climates on YouTube, how do you see it as far as a future? Like, do you intend to try to branch out into anything else? I know you did Mixer for like one stream, and
Yeah,
You've done-
I tried Mixer, I tried Twitch, I tried everything, but I keep coming back to YouTube,
yeah.
and sometimes I get like messages from you now and everything like, hey, come try us, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I don't do enough streams and videos.
Oh, hole in one.
Yet. Woo!
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit different from the other other services. It's like, I know there are a couple of that are just video platforms, but most of them are all streaming services. Plus, nobody's as big as YouTube right now,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, if we went to a different service, would that actually change anything, or we're just biding our time until the same stuff starts to happen over there?
Yeah, that's
True.
possible. That's hard to know. YouTube is kind of fucking up lately, but
Yeah.
we deal with it.
Grin and bear it. I've been in the working world for most of my adult life, so I've gotten used to doing that.
Oh yeah, we know that.
Oh, well, I think that's about all we had for questions, unless you had another one lurking back there.
Let me peruse through. Since this will be the last question, it's perfect for it to be in the last one. Freyjinn, what are your words of wisdom for all those amateur artistes trying to carve out their own path? And
Oof. I'm so bad at this. I think the only thing that worked for me so far is really do what you enjoy and don't focus on money. Never. If you love something, the money will come with it.
Isn't that the advice that Brooke and I gave you?
Maybe you got in my brain somewhere, and
We stole it from you and reminded you of it.
I mean,
she
yeah,
assimilated it. She's bored.
because it's been an eternal conflict for me to have work and art.
Yeah.
I tried to make them separate, and I couldn't. I'm trying to making them together, but be yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
joy.
Friendship
And,
is magic.
yeah, it's super cheesy, but that's all there is.
And honestly,
Power of love.
it's good too, because I mean, if you're having fun doing your art, that's when it's going to turn out the best. But as
Yeah.
soon as you start, just
Like they say, the law of attraction. The law of attraction. If you're positive, you have fun, everything will come good.
yep. But thank you so much for joining us, Freyjinn. We are happy to have this interview. I mean, it's going to be, it's probably going to
I
be
am
like
really honored.
better for us than it would be for you business wise, but it was still great to have you here.
Yeah,
We don't care about business. It's
Yeah.
okay.
we're so mooching off of your prestige.
Yep. And of course, I'm going to provide a short view of one of her animations at the end of this, and hopefully whoever ends up listening and watching to this will take a moment to enjoy it, and head on over to Freyjinn on YouTube And also Freyjinn Gaming, or did you change the name on that one? I think it's still
No, it's the same.
Okay. Freyjinn
It
Gaming.
will be alive. It will be alive soon.
Yeah. It's coming back to life sometime.
Yes.
Check
My
out
channel. My channel will be coming out soon too.
Yeah. Check out all of her animations, and of course, drop a subscribe, punch that like button, all that fun stuff.
Yep.
Ring
And
that
don't-
bell.
Yeah, hit that bell. Don't forget that bell.
I always forget the bell. But anyway, any parting words before I start the outro?
Nothing really, other than comment and give us any ideas, and we'll see about putting them in our next video or such.
That was good. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us for tonight's podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please go and poke that like button for us. If you'd like to see more from us, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And of course, as always, you're more than welcome to leave a comment down in the comment section down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, when I can, if I can. You know all that jazz. And tune in next time for another podcast, another time. And until then, say goodbye, everybody.
Later, everyone.
Bye. Night.
Epic outro.
Epic. Can you tell I've said that a lot?